Hi, my name's Felix Kulakowski and I'm the AV Supervisor here at the National Institute of Dramatic Arts, better known as NIDA, here on Anzac Parade, Kensington. Our main piece of equipment would be the V-Mixer, the 400 you can see right here. We're actually looking for a console that would float between the theatres, and the plan for the V-Mixer was for it to float around for productions to productions, to teach students, and to be like a go anywhere, go anything digital mixer. I thought the layout and the setup was a good starting point for students. I didn't think it was too complicated. We do have students, of course, year one students who are quite green. I felt that it was a good product for students to start on. So that was one of the buying reasons we went for it. In theatre, we use scenes a lot. That is, I'll encourage a student to map out their whole show. They'll lay out their QLab outputs, which may be going to sub, left, right, centre, effects speaker, maybe a speaker dedicated to a door opening only. The students here are pretty well encouraged from day one to come up with extensive sound designs, where digital mixers come into their own. And the scene setup here is really very straightforward, so we encourage students that, okay, lay out your outputs or your inputs, and then create your show on scenes, and obviously save your show version 1, 2, 3, 4 as your rehearsals go on. And so that if you aren't available, another student should theoretically be able to come in and follow that show off your script and your scenes and so on. So yeah, that's to me a pretty obvious thing that having your scenes and so on is an absolute must. The other really good thing I will say about this console, which I haven't really seen on any other, is the old help button. It's great, and I will really stand up for this, that even when I was first using it, you get to a thing like equalize or whatever and hit help, and it'll tell you, say equalizer is, make sure it's turned on, and that has been definitely one of the best things, that you go to a function and you get lost and you just hit help. And I must admit that even for myself, I'm quite willing and honest to say that a couple of times, how come the auxiliary sends isn't displayed? Sends on fade up, because I hit the help button. And I think that is definitely one of the crackerjack little features. Really good. Video is now, for better or worse, become an enormous part of NIDA. Anyone will tell you film and television is now a massive part of the industry compared to, say, theatre. Now, I think we had one tiny old composite vision mixer that was half working, and I sort of was stressing to my bosses and so on, guys, we really need a vision mixer, and Sound on Stage were really good to lend us one. And it started off as 2 days, then a week, and then 3 weeks and 4 weeks, and then 2 months. And Michael at Sound on Stage is like, we got to get our vision mixer back, and I was like, well, hopefully not actually, So I sort of told my bosses, look, we really need to buy this. And it seemed like a lot of money at the time for a piece of equipment and a vision mixer, but in hindsight, it's actually worth every single cent. Things like split screen, span screen, all that sort of stuff. And it's in use all the time now, and it has saved my bacon a few times. Even little silly things like a presenter on stage with a laptop, and he can't get his image to talk down one of our Cat5 HDMI converters properly, and just shoving the laptop in the vision mixer and scaling it and switching it and so on, just really quickly. And it has been a surprisingly really good little go anywhere device. So yeah, I'd pretty well give it all thumbs up, the vision mixer, yeah. I've been nothing but burnt by cheaper products that look the same, that perform the same at first, but every single piece of gear that I've bought by various cheaper companies has broken, fallen off, light stops working, knob falls off, one side doesn't work, without fail. And I can swear with a hand on my heart that this is the fact that's happened to me. So without again trying to flog the Roland product or anything, this has been through heaps. It gets thrown into its road case, students hurl it in, keep forgetting to put the cover on. The knob comes off occasionally, I'll put it back on, but as you can see, it pretty well looks brand new, and we've had it a few years now, used by students. All the products here at NIDA, I think, we're a great testing ground. We really are, I've learned pretty damn fast the gear that lasts and doesn't last, which is why I have gone towards certain suppliers and certain products, because, it's just a fact that the gear is used hard here and it's used regularly. Yeah, look, I'll say very much to its credit, hardly even a scratch on it, and it's still working perfectly. And I'm quite happy for you to ask me about the Vision Mixer in a year or two, because it works really hard. So if all the knobs are on it, and if all the outputs work, then I'll give it an extra thumbs up there, because that little bugger works really hard. And it's not even in a road case, which is terrible, which I feel extremely guilty about.